Chris Evers, otherwise known as the Conversion Crusader. I'm the head of education over at the Freedom Club, which is an awesome place for you to come and learn dropshipping. It's free to join, and if you want to get access to coaches like myself who will sit and help you make profit on your business and get where you want to be, well, that costs a little extra, but it's free for you to get started today and go jump in and start learning. All of our lessons are available from start to finish, and it will cost you nothing. All right, what I'm going to do is invite all my students into this call right now, and we're going to get started. Just give me a second. Let's do this. And we are live. Oops, we're almost live. There we go. Go away, Mia. Now I get rid of this. There we go. And we'll give everybody just a couple of minutes to come on in and get settled. All right. Caden and Claire, hello. Jake Marks, hello. Chrissy boy, wow. Hello Nabil, hello Emily and Lucas. All right. Michaela, welcome to the stream. All right, let's get started. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Renee. Everybody's here. The Thursday crew. Is that Haley? Hello, Haley. Damn. This is, yeah, there's a lot of people showed up. All right, let's start with, let me share my screen. Let's start with Kaden. Hello, Chris. Just a follow-up question from my Tuesday call. What was it talking about on Tuesday? The week's been so long. We have a scaling campaign which is not Advantage Plus. Currently, there are 7 ads inside the scaling ad set. We found some winning ads by doing more testing. Is it best to add new winners to the already live scaling campaign, or make a new ad set inside the same scaling campaign, or launch the new and scaling campaign and slowly? Oh, okay. I think I get what you're saying here. So you've got a manual campaign right now that's running that you've called a scaling campaign, but it's just a manual campaign. So if you've had, say, more than 10 to 20 conversions, then you're probably ready to create an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. And if you haven't had 10 to 20 conversions and you've got your campaign, your scaling campaign, well, you can pretty much, if you're at that level, at that point, you can pretty much fool around with it as much as you want. You just got to know that every time you touch it, it will probably go back into learning, which is probably fine. You don't have to be afraid of learning, especially in the beginning. You might be, still turning ads off inside your you call it scaling, but inside that ad set that you're calling scaling, you could still be turning ads off and putting your new ads directly in there. It's only really when you have your Advantage Plus and you're like, right, now we're really going to scale, and now we know what ads are really going to work. Now we're not going to touch this. That's the point where you sort of get your hands off and be very careful about bringing the old one up and not touching the one that's working. But in this situation, you're not really there at the point where you've got the Advantage Plus and you're building like a wall around it. You're not at that point just yet. You could be if you wanted to be. Really depends. So if you do have the 10 to 20 conversions, go and create an Advantage Plus and put all your best ads in that and turn your scaling campaign off and just run with your Advantage Plus. But you'll know where you're up to. You'll know. All right. Ali, first time having an ad account reviewed. You've given me full access. You have a product now and plan to make some UGC content start soon. You'd love my feedback. Ah, simplify. Yeah, I actually got on this one right before the call. Let's take a look. Now, if you're wondering, guys, how to give me access to your business account, you can actually just go and invite. You go to your business. I didn't realize this until now, but you can literally invite Chris at freedomclub.com. But my address is Chris at Freedom Club with 2 B's. Okay. Simplify. Let's see if I can find you. Simply Skin? No, that's not it, is it? Simplify. Give me a second, guys. It can be tricky finding these sometimes. Especially when my screen is so small. Alright, so simplify. Simp. Simple Clean? Simply Skin? No. Might bear with me, guys. I think I had it open here before. Where is this? Where is this? I know I accepted it. Not that account. This account here. Here we go. Here we go. Simplify. View invitation. We'll get there eventually. Okay, simplify. I need to actually give myself access to your ad accounts. That's the reason why I couldn't find it. You've given me access to your business, but I didn't have any access to your actual ad accounts. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. Oh, I did have access. I don't know why it wasn't popping up then. Here we go, open an ads manager. Man, it's taking a while tonight. Come on. Okay, we have middle of funnel and top of funnel CarPlay adapter. We are spending... Where are we today? Got a few purchases. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Nine purchases at $50 per purchase. Spent 450 bucks. Not bad, not bad. It's probably too early for your middle of funnel to be really doing much, but I can see that you don't need to turn it off or anything. Just don't be too surprised if it doesn't work just yet. We've got Apple. Some people on Apple at $30 per purchase. Really, that's surprising. And then other ones at commuters, nope. Family car, nope. Road trip, nope. Just frequent travelers and Apple. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, the broad test isn't working at all. That's terrible. But Apple is working at 3% CTR. Around about $1.50 cost per click, that's nice. and commuters is working well as well. These other ones are getting decent click-through. Oh, wait, wrong click-through. Decent click-throughs, decent cost per clicks, but no purchases. But hold on a second. Hold on a second. This isn't telling me the whole story. Let's get the whole story here. Let's go add to carts. And let's go initiate checkout. Because you might think, oh, I'll just turn the other ones off. They're not working. But we're not seeing the full picture here. We're only seeing half of it. Now we have add to carts and now we have checkouts. Now we have a fuller picture. So road trip, which wasn't doing particularly well. How much have we spent on Broad? Oh, we've only spent $4.61 on Broad. Oh, okay. It's probably fine. Broad's probably going to come good. Okay, for Apple Inc., 6 add to carts, 3. So this was just luck. This was just beginner's luck that Apple started working and the others didn't. Because usually we would have, for every 2 checkouts we might have 2 conversions. I see the drop off as around 50%. So if I get 10 checkouts, I would usually get, on an average day, 5 orders. Now some of my stores are a lot better. Some of my stores are like way better. So on like Lush, for example, I might get 10 checkouts and I might get 8 orders. But on other websites, it's 50-50. But here we got everyone who checked out decided to purchase. Everyone who tested out Road Trip decided to purchase. On the family car, we had 3 add to carts, but no one decided to purchase. I reckon that's just luck. These will all probably even themselves out the longer you keep these going. My recommendation, it's great that you've done this testing. I would probably just turn these all off for now, because you know that they work, and just see if you can get Broad working. Yeah, because if you get Broad working, then terrific, you can scale this. Now inside, you've got 2 ads here. It is probably time for more ads, honestly. You've done now what we call audience testing. Now, there's 2 things that you can do with now that you've done audience testing. The main goal is to see if you can get Broad working, but at the same time, now that you know these tests kind of work, and I would say probably all of these are working, because all of these have good click-throughs, right? And they've all got good cost per click. So all of these targetings are working well. I would roll all of these into one ad set. So one ad set that just had all the targeting here, and run that at $10 or $20 a day, probably even $30 a day if you want 1 order per day. Probably just want to run that at $30 a day. And for Broad, probably run that at $30 a day. Just put your foot on the gas a little bit, just to see if you can turn a profit on this thing, because it's looking very positive. And you just started Broad today. Yeah, look, everything's looking great. From here, you have a product. This is probably going to be a winner. So this is a winner that's working for you. It's probably now time to really consider doing image testing and go out there and get a whole bunch of images and start the content testing, because you're well on your way. Well on your way. Congratulations. Any specific questions? And just so you know, for most students, it's not this easy. You've done well. You've done really well. You should be super proud. Because most of the time, most students might see these kind of results at like product 2 or 3, to be honest. So if this is your first product, congratulations. You've done so well. Some products just work. Some products in some stores, they just work. They're just easier than the others. And it could be that you've stumbled across a really good selling point of this, and you've done a really good angle. So that could be what's working for you. Good work. Sepida. Yeah, sure. I will do so we'll do Nabil. I'll do Nabil's question, and then I'll answer yours, Sepida. Thanks for joining the call. Nabil, you've been running Advantage Plus since 20th of March. Results have been mixed. Can I have a look at Kitchen Shop? It's been a while. It's been a while since we looked at Kitchen Shop. I'd be delighted to. Sepidor. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Can you just remind me what was the name of your account? All right, we've had for Nabil, rolling knife sharpener. Spending about, oops, I didn't mean to click that. Go away. Let's take a look over the past. Let's have a look at the past couple of weeks. What's been going on here? $50 per purchase. Spent $700. Cost per click is pretty good. Click through is, oh, it's just acceptable. Thanks, Sepida. I'll get onto that one. Just acceptable. We're still in learning, and we're still touching this one, right? So when we're touching the ad account a lot, especially when we have our Advantage Plus, it's these results are not going to be great until you can kind of have your best ads and sort of leave them. Okay, we spent $100 on C2. Let's take a deeper look and just see if we can figure out the add to carts and the checkouts. Checkouts. Okay. So when I'm looking at this, C2 has spent a lot of the money here. It's average quality ranking, average data, conversion ranking is average. CPM is a little bit high, but we're talking $2. That's a fair amount for you compared to the others for a cost per click. The problem is the add to carts. It's had no add to carts, or okay, it's had one add to cart, one checkout, one purchase. That's not great. I don't think this is working for you. We'd be expecting more add to carts if this was working, because what Facebook is saying, if you read Facebook language, just watch the video. It's too long. It's going for far too long before we see the product. That's probably the problem. So what Facebook is saying to you is that, hey, we think C2 is getting the most spend. So we think this is the top of the funnel. And then you have image 7 here with about the same amount of spend, but you're actually getting purchases here. So turn C2 off. Let these other images do the work. Image 5, you might want to consider turning that one off too. Let's just check that. Oh no. No, image 5 is good. 2 add to carts, two checkouts. Oh, sorry, 3 checkouts and no purchases. That was just bad luck. This one could still be a winner. I'd turn off C2. And image 3. Image 3, I'd probably turn off as well. So C2, image 3, that would have saved you $150, and you'd probably be profitable if you turn those ones off. So do that. You need to test different variations of your video. So if this was my account, if this was my store, I'd turn all those off that I said, and I'd be focusing on making different cuts of this video. Different lengths, different focuses. I'd be working on the copy here, the titling, and the copy up here to see if I could just get much better click-through rates and much better add to carts. And I'd have a whole testing campaign structured around this video, trying to figure out what makes a video like this work. And if you can do that and find a winning version of this video, then you can stick that video into your scaling campaign and everything will work a lot better. So you're nearly there, Nabil. And where you currently are, it's where I probably spend for my new stores most of my time at this very level where you are right now. Okay? Not everything's easy. Some products are a little bit more challenging to go from this step to the next step up to actually making profit. Yeah, add them if they've showed promise, add them to the Advantage Plus. You already have triggered it off so that it's still in learning. You may as well add what you have now. You may as well. You got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. And look, just continue turning off the ones that don't perform as well. we're trying to get this Advantage Plus to work really well with everything that's in there. So if something's spent like $200 or $300 and it's got very few add to carts, that's your first indication to turn that particular ad off. You're so close though. You're so close. And look, Lush Living was like that. It was sitting in that nearly there zone for a while. We did a lot of testing to get this kind of result here. This was our month for March. And look, you'll get there too. You'll get there too. Just keep going. All right, Sepida. We need to go find True Aussie Store. Not there. All right, hold on a second. It's gonna be another one of those difficult ones to find. I know it's frustrating, Nabil, when you see everybody else have everybody else seems to have it easier. I've been there many times, and sure, some of them do right now, but there'll be challenges in everybody's business. And me personally, I'd rather have those challenges straight up and then have it easy. Sometimes in this business, you feel like you're just treading water for so long. And then suddenly it all clicks and you're like, oh man, that's how you sell this product. True Aussie, I don't have it. Did you invite me? Did I accept it? Let me have a look at my email. Hold on. You did invite me? I don't know if I did. True Aussie. No, I definitely didn't. I haven't got the invite yet, Sepida. Can you do me a favor? Just invite me to this address. I mean, I do remember our conversation, and I do remember thinking that I was invited, but I don't see it here, and I don't see it in my email. I do get a lot of invites, so I could be the one who's mistaken here. But send me another invitation, and I'll accept that. Byron, if we have time, I will. Says you've invited me. Okay. All right. Have you sent that through? Byron, have you sent an invite to me as well? Byron, was yours... Was yours Lush Air? Because if yours is Lush Air, I've got that invite here. I just need to wait for Sepidus yet first. Sepidus, I definitely don't have your invitation. Sometimes when this happens, if you've got more than one person inside your business, sometimes it asks for a verification from that person to actually allow you to... Oh, here it is. I just got it. I just got your invite. That one I received. Let's do this. All right, guys. We will be there momentarily. Yeah, right. Come on, Facebook. Come on. Let's go. I'm impatient tonight. Sorry, guys. Okay. I think I got it. Oops. Oops. Come back. Okay. True Aussie. Let's go find you. God's sake, why can't I find it here? I'm on my laptop. I have it, but I don't have it here. Bear with me. It'll come through. It'll come through. Here we go. True Aussie store. Ah, gotcha. Impose to my list. Ah, for God's sake, Facebook, come on. It's doing everything it can do to make this difficult for me tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, my code is... Okay, Facebook, we're ready? We done? Okay. Just got to grant myself access to your page. Oh, I think you might need to. So I've got access to your portfolio, but I don't have access to your pages. So if you come in here and click assign assets, and then assign me your... I don't need your page or anything. I just need access to your ad account. And if you give me... You may as well give me admin access to the ad account. That'll make life easier if I do need to change anything. But view access is also fine if that's what you want. It's up to you. Just let me know once you've assigned that, and I will be able to actually jump in and take a look. In the meantime, let me get this other invitation done. Renee, you got 2 purchases today, but you don't know which ad they came from? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to help with that. That happens to all of us. That sucks. Yeah, it makes life really difficult. But don't worry, one purchase alone isn't really enough for us to, gather too much data from, but heading in the right direction, so that's fantastic. Oh, I got 1 access to ad account. Cool. Right. So let's do this. Eight purchases at $41 a purchase. All right. Hey, Saffron, how much is the price from our supplier for this one for you? Oh, what are we doing here? So let me have a look here. Top of funnel, we've got some page likes and under eye therapy. You must have done some video testing. Okay. This looks like a manual sales campaign. Creative testing, $10 a day. Spas, personal care, health and beauty, and we got broad, which has spent $16. All right. Performance and clicks. Broad CTR is at the moment. So what we're looking at here, right? It's a fresh ad account. Now, $33. Okay. And what's the current price that you're selling it at? So, broad hasn't worked so well yet, right? So you've only spent $16 on broad. This will probably improve, I would expect, with broad. Your audience testing so far, I think it's been fairly fruitful. I wouldn't expect at this stage to be profitable, but you're so close. Oh, so if you could get it for $33 and you're spending $30 per purchase, if we get it to $30 per purchase, that's a $10 profit when they buy one. And hopefully we can buy two of these things. And skincare, this one here had no purchases. The $60 spent. Let's check on your add to carts. And initiate checkout. Yeah, so cosmetics isn't really working for you here. I turned that one off. The spas, look at that. 12 checkouts initiated. How many purchases in total? Oh. Oh. What in the hell is this? 10 add to carts. Cost per click is like stupendously low. Your CTR is very, very good. How did you get 12 checkouts and only 2 purchases? Well, okay, so some people added to cart. More people added to cart than went to checkout. So some people must have come back via email to the checkout. But only 2 purchases. Oh my god. That looks fantastic. Dude, this is going to be a winner. Add 1, 5%. 69¢ cost per... Oh, that's CTR all. $1 cost per link click? What are you doing? Skip the costly Botox and fillers. Look 10 years younger. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is a great ad. 70% off. Great ad. I get that, Sepida. I get that. we'll skip broad for now. Broad needs more time to give me a clear picture. So the reason why you're not making, reason why you're not printing money, Jimmy reckons landing page issue. Could be a landing page issue. Could be a price issue. It could be priced a little too high. I don't think it is that though. I mean, you could... So you're getting this at $33. Facebook, we can probably maybe get $25 to $30 purchases in time. So 33 plus 30 bucks is like 60, which leaves you with... I mean, I honestly want to see this priced a little bit higher than $79. I mean, 89 is probably more like it. The before price is a bit much. Like, I don't know if people are going to believe it's $259. Oh, maybe they will. Maybe they will. Have you had many people buy 2 or 3? There's probably a lot of things. I know Jimmy's probably looking at this page and his eyes are probably opening wide. There's a lot of things we can do to improve this page. It's pretty messy. The logo itself, it's quite boring. The product images, spot on. Absolutely spot on. The fact that you've only sold one bundle tells me we haven't quite hit the mark here on the bundling. And give you an example. We look at my store, right? So I have, on a good day, an 8% conversion rate, and on an average day, we're talking maybe a 6% conversion rate. What we need to do is we have to get your store to that point. And it's not about the bells and whistles, it's about the cleanliness of the store and the cleanliness of the offer. Your offer is +1x glow relief hot and cold 79.90 eye mask free. There's a lot going on there, and it's very hard for my brain to pinpoint exactly what the offer is. But you go over to my website. We've got 2x magic shine cloths, 1 magic shine cloth free, $39. That's the offer. That's the offer. It's the #1 rated bathroom cleaner in there. It's all clean. So we've got the information coming through clean. This one. So the app that I'm using is called, what is it, Jimmy? Kashing. This is Kashing Bundler, and it helps make it clean. Jess is right. Your images are, to be completely upfront, these images are what's selling the product for you right now. They're doing all the heavy lifting, especially the free gift. This looks phenomenal. I don't know if you did this, but the branding there is so nice. It'd be cool if that went all the way across, but that's a nitpick. If we could have this kind of vibe going on here too, fantastic. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. But it doesn't quite match with how nice this one is, in terms of the neon. But Jess is right. If we could brand this store a little bit more feminine, I think it could do really well. Does it have to be True Aussie? The True Aussie store. You did it. Fantastic. So you have a knack for the graphic design. I'm not sold on the True Aussie store. I think it might be better for a slight rebrand of like True Aussie Girl. Because it'd be hard to make the True Aussie store feminine. But the True Aussie Girl, well, now we're talking. However, would men come here? Would men buy? I mean, I'm a man. I would buy this because I got under eye bags I want to get rid of. So men might buy it. So perhaps, let's have a look at your ads actually. Let's stop guessing. funnily enough, it's like 34 to 54-year-olds love it. 64-year-olds plus, look at them. They're like, my ship has sailed. I'm stuck with what I got. So you might want to be targeting 30, well, maybe 29-year-olds to 55-year-olds, but it's probably too early to tell. Emily, there's men in the images. I mean, that's good, but we're just going to see if men are actually interested in this. Oh, excuse me. Yep, nearly all. Oh no. No. A man bought it for a good price. I stand corrected. We don't want to necessarily gender this too much. So we don't want to change the name of this. Potentially. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I do think, because you have a knack for, probably his wife, you have a knack for these beautiful images. I mean, that is gorgeous. And we say we had a guy in here, but look, he's clearly gay, and I mean, this guy's probably not, but not that it means anything. It's just, I think you know what I mean in terms of shoppers. I'm on the fence though. I'm on the fence on the branding. I don't know if we should be doubling down on the Aussie or if we should soften it up, because it's obviously working. We had a student sell this same product, but he was getting like $80 to $100 conversions. It was too much, and his store was very feminine. Perhaps because it's like the true Aussie store. You know, as I've learnt, sometimes speaking to the Aussies can sometimes be what brings that price down, because you start to bring that that trust in. True Aussie store. Sorry, I'm thinking, guys. If I'm not talking on for any reason. I'm just thinking. Hold on. What do we do here? The name of it also, coloring. Could we potentially make a nicer logo, and this might come across a lot better? Revive Lux Radiant Eye Reviver from True Aussie Store. But what is True Aussie Store? What exactly is this brand? Is this, I mean, to me it sounds too broad to me. But then again, the other one the student had was very laser focused and it wasn't working at all. I reckon we got to stick with what's currently working. But I do believe, while you have some incredible images here, the presentation is all off. There's way too much going on. There's too many images coming down here. And if I look at mobile, because that's really the most important thing. It looks better on mobile, honestly. This looks fantastic on mobile. Mobile is perfect, but we need to work on the desktop because it was a little bit messy. We need to work on the offers for sure. It's too many, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but too many words in here, and it's not clear. It's not clear what benefit I get, what I'm going to save. It's not even clear why I would want to buy two. Like, give me a reason for this kind of thing. Give me a reason to buy more than one. Is it buy one for myself and buy one for my wife? Is that why we're buying one? And if that doesn't work, if we're not selling the bundles, I would be like, you know, this is working for you, the glow relief plus a free mask. Then you could, if you're not getting, because you've had a few sales on, you've had 10 and no one's buying two, I'd be more inclined to have a bundle with something else. Now, what's something else? I'm thinking like some sort of cream, some sort of thing you put on your eyes with caffeine in it, like an eye serum. Potentially you could do a cold compress. So a glow relief plus cold compress. You got the eye mask, but maybe Jessica is saying Ezra Firestone has a massive cosmetic company called Boom. Yeah, but that's different because he created that with a very, very famous magazine editor who sadly passed away. And there's nothing wrong with the Aussie store because as Australians coming to the Aussie store, this is obviously helping the conversions. So it's obviously helping the conversions here. I don't want to take away what's working. I just want to tidy things up. Yeah, Saffron Boom Beauty. So I learned a lot of what I teach you guys. A lot of it came from courses that I did, and some of those courses were with Ezra. He was making it big while I was coming up. And guys, that thing in the background there, the wrestling belt, that came from Ezra. He actually sent me an email and said, "Congratulations, you know, you've got this. You're $1 million OCU merchant. Congratulations, Chris." Yeah, that's Ezra. Ezra owns Zipify. He owns Zipify pages and one-click upsell. Ezra's my boy. I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot about landing page design and email marketing for sure. All right, so we're gonna tidy up. We're gonna figure out another product to potentially bundle this with. So maybe it's one of those ones you showed me on WhatsApp. Maybe that's gonna help you. Something that people are more likely to. No, we're not tight, Saffron. He just sent me an email and he sent me a belt. That's all. Well, they're not tight. I don't think he knows who I am. I'm just one of the many thousands of followers that he's got, and I happen to use his apps and earn a lot of money. From here, I'd really like you to consider working on some of this. And if you want to work with Jimmy's going to be able to help you to make this landing page pop, because we have a lot of words. And everything's kind of disjointed. So we might want to use some different apps and some different kind of layout tricks to neaten this up and start to build a more cohesive journey. You see how nice this, it's not perfect, but it's somewhat better than the desktop version because you're forced into one long line here. So it makes it almost palatable, but it's to show you what competition, like to show you how my site looks on mobile. So we've got text, GIF, text, image, text, GIF. Everything is neat. Everything's got a headline, and you can sort of skim through, read the bolding bits if you want. And which theme is mine? Mine's on Shrine. I think her theme, I'm not sure. It looks like it's just a free theme. We've got text, headline, text, image, headline, testimonials, image, headline, text, image. So it's all like, that's the formula. On Google Chrome, how do I go to the mobile version? I just make my window smaller. So on True Aussie, so that's the Jimmy that I'm talking about right there chatting. Jimmy, if you could, Jimmy's our one of our, yeah, hers. I think it's a free theme. So Jimmy is our coach of many skills. He's our Swiss Army knife. He can pretty much coach in any of the different departments. He's probably one of the better e-commerce designers that I've seen who can put a beautiful website together. What I would like you to do is reach out. So this is for Sepida. If you can find her and give her a message. So I'm working with Sepida and Bron, and we're trying to get her products fulfilled. And her ads are doing well. So if you can help her calm this down and get this sparkly. Oh, you are already? Great. Step it up. Trust Jimmy. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He knows exactly the sort of websites I like. Emily, did my wife have any feedback? I haven't showed her yet, actually. You need to know. Oh, Emily, come on. You listen. Emily, fear of failing. Good Lord. Have you seen my black book of fails? If you were to look, I know I have a lot of success, and I know I've made a lot of money, like millions and millions and millions of dollars in revenue. If you were to see how many times I effed up, it's far, far, far bigger than how many times I succeeded. It doesn't matter how many times you fail, you only have to succeed once. Me too. I want to know if I need to put an offer in to buy your website. Why are you worried? But the thing is, Emily, I promise you, and my promises mean something. I don't think you're going to fail on this store. Like the only thing that could happen with your type of store, and I know this from experience because it's a sort of store that I have built a few times with my crafting stores. You'll build a customer base. You might not be profitable in the first week, the second week, the third week, but by the third or fourth week, things are going to start turning around because the more people you have on your email list, the more profit you're going to make over a long period of time for your particular product. This isn't something people have to be like, oh, I need to buy that right now. As long as you can afford to keep your ads going and bring those customers into your database, you're going to build a business that just keeps growing and rolling and growing and rolling. Look at Homecraftology. That's an 8-year dropshipping store. That's the kind of niche you're in. You are in an 8-year dropshipping niche. And people are going to come back and buy more and more and more jewelry. The next store that I'm creating, guys, is a press-on nail store, which is kind of in the same vein of my diamond painting kits, so kind of like your ring stuff, because it's good. I mean, it's good for expressing your creativity, but it's something that people come back for. They use and they come back for. They use and they come back for, and that's my jam. That's my favorite types of things. My Lush Living store was out of my boundaries for me. That's not the usual store that I would usually create. I just wanted to have something that was kind of like freedom. You made a quiz today? Terrific. Turn your bloody ass back on, for God's sake. Even $10 a day. Your focus, Emily, it needs to be not focusing on purchases. I mean, yeah, you want to make money, you want purchases, I get that. But your focus when you first launch, it needs to be about emails. Launching your ads, just let them run, spending what you can afford to spend. I want you to focus on your pop-up, and I want you to get the highest rate of email signups that you can get by doing A/B testing. Darcy, repeating customers are the best customers. They are. They are. They are the best customers. I once had an agency who wanted to take over Homecraftology. So I showed them my stats. And this is the last 30 days. They looked at my stats and they were like, hey Chris, we have a problem here. We're really worried about your returning customers. Where are they? Well, they used to have it right here. How do you get to returning customers? Oh, here we go. Returning customer rate, 56%. They were like, we're really worried because your returning customer rate is so high. That could be a problem with scaling if it costs too much to get new customers. And I'm like, the cost of getting new customers is the same, but they come back. Let's look at the last 90 days. Yeah, 54% over the last 90 days. So actually my returning customer rate's going up. I could literally stop my ads and just coast off my email list for the rest of my life. Now, it would probably get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until there was no one left on my list, because you got to keep refreshing it. Oh, look at these sales. Same. So we're getting better. That's the kind of uptick I like to see. That's what we're talking. March has been fantastic. See, it's been very stagnant, and then March I've been like, oh, yeah, here we go. Anyway. Jessica, they're doing really well in nails. You told Chris you might be sharing that space. Yep. I'll see you there. I like a bit of competition. I won't be sharing my stats from my nail kit, my nail store. But you know what, guys? I used to have a nail store. I wonder if I still have pictures of them. Lush. No. Why do I use Lush all the time? Lush Mode Nails. Was that it? Maybe it. We had a box that we used to sell. Had nails. It was gel nails though. It was like this. Was that it? It was a gel nail kit. You dip your finger in and you cure it. We used to give you the curing light as well. It did really well. It did really well. We should have just moved to press-ons. I don't know why we didn't. I guess we didn't know back then. We didn't know. We went into e-commerce. We weren't as, as informed as we are now. Should have just been like, yeah, nails is probably good. Maybe the problem was we built a box and it was a branded box. Everything was branded inside of it, and our supplier it was a different supplier to Bron. I had Bron doing diamond painting kits. He didn't do anything else but diamond painting kits back then. So we had a different supplier, and she had all of our boxes everywhere, and everything was cool. And we were making money. Cost per purchase went to the point where all of a sudden we were losing money with every box that we sold, but we had all these boxes to sell, and we were in over our heads. So we were like, Jesus Christ, we got to pull the pin on this one. And we took a little bit of a loss there. We made money for a while, and then at the end took a bit of a loss. Emily, with the agent, can you make sure the rings are made out of stainless steel? Or of things that guarantee fingers won't go green? Some are copper, and you can't imagine people return if their fingers go green? Yeah, Emily, absolutely. You can get him to guarantee that. And in fact, you should get him to send you the samples before you decide fully to go with them. Well, go with them. Like, sign up with them. You can get some sales, because your first few customers don't matter too much. If you get an angry customer and you've just started, actually, you know what, we need to talk about that. Before I look at any more accounts, guys, sorry, we need to talk about something. All right. Shipping from China. Now, there's two options in this course. Once you start to scale up, there's three options, right? Option number one, you can stay with eBay, okay? Nothing wrong with staying with eBay. If you're making money and your eBay supplier has plenty, you can stay with eBay and you can just make life easy for yourself and continue doing that. Problem is, as you scale, your cost per purchase goes up. And there's nothing you can do about that. The more money you give Facebook, your cost per purchase will always go up. There's no magic thing that you can do in your ad account. If you currently have like $25 conversions, and it's time to scale, and you want to start spending, you go from $200 a day to start spending $500 a day, your cost per purchase will always go up. Always. And no amount of tweaking or YouTube videos or gurus or even agencies who promise you that they can make your life better and bring your cost per purchase down, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. If you've done this properly and tested your ads and you're getting decent clicks, the cost per purchase will still go up. The question is, can you make money from that as the cost per purchase goes up? Okay, so if you're on eBay and you can't bring your purchase price down, you're going to have to look at other options like bundles, getting more out of each sale using emails to make customers come back. We've done that a few streams. So you can make this work on eBay. It can be tricky though, but at the same time, customers, they're pretty happy. They get a good product, it arrives pretty quick. And you know that you trust your supplier, everything's grand. Let's just say you want to change things up. So you want it slightly cheaper than eBay. So the options that we have, you can ship from Australia. We have an Australian warehouse that we partnered with, and they can buy your product in bulk and ship it out just in the same way our Chinese supplier does. He'll give you a price per unit that you pay, and he'll start shipping that from Australia. And he'll manage the inventory. When inventory is low, he'll get another order in from China, and the customers will be happy. They'll get their product fast. So it's a win-win scenario, but the cost per product is not going to be as cheap as what you could get off AliExpress or what you could get off our supplier. Now, when you go with our supplier, the product price is going to be the cheapest. And we have other opportunities there too, to even customize your product like I do, print your logos on your products, change it to other requirements, and change out the packaging. You could have crappy Chinese packaging that our supplier pretty much just throws away and puts your product inside a nice, neat, designed box that you've given him. And he can do that for you. Now, the shipping times will be longer. Now, I had a student email me the other day, and she was panicking because she was using the Chinese supplier, but one of her customers complained that they didn't know it came from China. And I said, well, what do you say on your website? And she said, well, my website says it's from Australia. And I'm like, well, you can't tell customers one thing and do something else. Be honest with them. I don't necessarily say that I'm shipping from China, but I certainly never say that I'm shipping from Australia. The most I will say is your items will be shipped internationally, and they'll arrive within 5 to 12 business days. And for the most part, for 98% of Australia, they do arrive between 5 and 12 business days. But I also have premium shipping available on my websites too, which our supplier can do, especially if you have a more high-end product. We could do a FedEx shipping, which will take 3 to 4 days. And that's just an extra cost. So I think FedEx shipping, depending on the size of the item, you could be charged anywhere between $15 and $22. But if you've got a high-end product with a big price tag, you could just eat that cost. Get your product shipped from China and pay the $20 shipping or whatever. It's completely up to you. But don't lie to your customers. Don't tell them it's coming from Australia and ship it from China. Make sure, if you're going to do this, make sure you install After Ship. It's a free app that you do have to pay for once you start getting enough orders. It will automatically email your customers when the item gets sent and arrives in Australia and arrives out for delivery. So the customer gets notified along the way multiple times. And I find when you do that, they don't complain as much. And if you're going to go and do this, and you're the sort of person who gets upset when a customer emails you, just go hire somebody. Go on to Upwork. Go hire a customer service representative who can just every day spend half an hour going through your emails in your business and answering customers' inquiries. If you don't see customers complaining and they just escalate to you when a customer's upset, you can just say, okay, refund, and move on. And that way you don't have angry customers in your life. I haven't looked at a customer complaint in years because my team handle them. And I give them full authority to refund where I think they should refund, to keep my customers happy, to give them all the information that they need, send them their tracking details if they have trouble with the tracking links. And to be honest with you, when you ask customers why they shop with Homecraftology, or you go into my Facebook group and you say, how's Homecraft as a company? They will all say, the reason I shop with Homecraftology is because the quality of the products are the best diamond painting kits on the market. They're pretty good. They're pretty good diamond painting kits. I do feel like, to be completely honest, I could probably upgrade them one more time, but that would add added cost to me. But they come back because of the quality. They also come back because the customer support team that I have are incredible. And my customers love my support team. My support team, I've told them, I need you to be customer focused. I don't want you to send long-winded emails. I don't want you to use vague language. If a customer's unhappy, I want you to sympathize with them, make their experience the best thing that they can have. And now my brand is trusted as having a legendary customer service. And that's why I have a 56% of people coming back to buy again. Jessica says, there is a bit of setup involved in Aftership. To make sure your settings are good, reach out to them. And they've got a pretty good setup guide, 100%. Keep your customers informed. Have good support staff, and honestly, I would never launch a store without support staff, because if I'm the sort of person, if my customers are upset, I'm upset, and I'd much rather pay a professional to deal with that and make them happy. When you make a customer happy, they become a customer for life. I've had people who are furious, usually from frivolous little things like I ran out of pink diamonds and I am absolutely furious. I'm going to hunt you down with the HCCC and I'm going to blast your socials. And I'm like, okay, what if I just made the kit free and then sent you out the pink diamonds? They're like, oh my God, you're amazing. We love Homecraftology. I'll be buying from you and telling everybody that you're an awesome company. Treat your customers well and you will be fine. Anyway, if you're going to use the shipping, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, where were we? Chevron, you had a quick one for tonight. How long do I think Meta needs to find the right audience? Broad. You've had continuous results in your ad testing campaign. You've moved to a scaling campaign with the winning ads, but it's very slow getting traction. Same ads running in both campaigns, keep sales coming in. If you're talking the Advantage Plus campaigns, Advantage Plus can take a long time to start working. And it depends on your budget. I have spent $50 a day for like 4 or 5 days before I saw any purchases coming in. And it's often better to wait until you've had about 20 conversions before you start an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. However, I do feel like if you just keep going, Facebook will learn. Oh, it's not Advantage Plus? How much are you spending per day? That's the important question. How much per day? $50 per day? That's interesting. $50 per day should be enough. So you would... So how much have you spent in total on the new ad sets and not have the results? And there have been no sales at all? Any add to carts or any email signups? Just waiting for Saffron's response here, guys. Okay. 2.74 CTR. 3 purchases in 4 days. Okay, yeah, look, just keep going with that one, I think, Saffron. It may take a couple more days to start warming up. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I have tonight. I do have to get going. I think there maybe been 1 or 2 other people who I didn't get to. I do apologize for that. And if you can go on to the next Tuesday's call and put in your request for me there, and I can make sure I get to yours first next Tuesday. But I do, as I said, I do have to get going. Meta says 13 add to carts, 7 checkouts. You've had duplication issues. Interesting. Saffron, you might have your pixel installed in more than one place, and that could be messing with your results. If you've got your pixel installed, say in Triple Whale, and you've also got it installed in the Facebook app itself, that can sometimes be a bit of a problem. If you could give me your URL real quick. Drop your URL and I'll be able to have a check if your pixel's installed correctly. Thanks, guys. I will see you next week. I'll see you on Sunday anyway. Alright, let's have a look at this chaperone. Alright, you got the one pixel installed. That's fine. I'm just going to add to cart real quick. Oh. Product image, chaperone. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, so we've had one add to cart and one page view. Cool. And then the checkout. No, just look, from a front end perspective, pixel's installed correctly. So there's nothing wrong there. No, I do think that perhaps those stats you've got were fine. So what I would do, I mean, it probably, look, I'd be working on my email signups, and I'd be working on my my welcome campaign, and my cart abandonment and my checkout abandonment. If you're on Calavio, you probably don't have cart abandonment set up. But if you're on Omnisend, it definitely will have cart abandonment set up. But that's where I'd be looking. I'd be trying to increase the number of emails that I get, and that's going to help increase your conversion rate and stop those pesky drop-offs in the add to carts. Anyway, I've got to go. It's been lovely talking to you all, and I will be back on Tuesday. Well, actually, no, I'll be back on Sunday, and then I'll be back on Tuesday. Awesome, Chaperone. Just work on the pop-up. Try and get as many emails as you can as possible, and that would be my focus for the next couple of days, if I were you. Until then, I will see you all later.